In these times, there's no need to give a shits and 6-foot distance from your neighbor. Well, I got a good video for you, and it's gonna call Stupidity on the Horizon. Now, I haven't done one of these in a long time, so I got my slack jaw yokel out, if it helps. So we got this big old log here we gotta drag through the woods on the property line. We gotta snake it between the trees and run it out around that tree. Now the problem is I've been drinking a little too much of whiskey. I don't think I can get it to move. So what do? Well, we're gonna make sure that you know what we're about to do is gonna help. Now the thing is, it doesn't have to be stuck on my crotch, but it helps. You know, I gotta pull it up, and the problem is it gets stuck on the tree, and the by goddamn thing I can't get grip on it because the wood keeps splitting and breaking in my hand. Now the wood doesn't have to split and break my hand to move it, but it helps. It sure does help. Alright. Now I don't have to grab this in and reposition it, but it helps. It sure does help. Now I don't have to lift it over that little log over there or stump, but it helps. It helps if I have two hands, but currently I don't. Where you going, Mexican? You could have helped me. Fucker. Alright, I used my arm. Could have used the Mexican, but I used my arm. Whatever. Fucking 6-foot distance, motherfuckers. Shit, man, go back across the border. Oh, I know, that's me. That's not part of it. Alright. So we got it over the stump. We didn't have to get it over the stump to slide it between the trees. But as y'all know, it sure does help. So we're gonna grab it. We're gonna see if we can drag it out. And I can't get a grip on it edgewise. Oh. Fuck, man. That's not good. What do we gotta do? Well, like good old country boy, you don't need a big truck to pull out a big ass tree branch out of your backyard, but it helps. It sure does help. We're gonna make sure that we all make sure you lovely stay-at-homers who don't leave the house because you're afraid of catching the coronavirus. Fucking Mexican beer bullshit. We're gonna give you guys a good old country boy like a welcome. Now, we're gonna do this the country way, okay? My granddaddy didn't grow me up with glasses. I don't need glasses on because it helps. I can't see shit now. Not that it matters. Now you don't need a jar of moonshine cherries in your truck that's been steeping for 3 years, but it sure does help. Tastes like good cherry pie, minus the pastry. Now you don't need a weird cowboy hat, but it helps. Sure does help. Now you don't need some fancy apparatus that connects into the ass end of your truck, which is known as D-ring. It's kind of the same thing you see on the front end of a bull on the farm for all you city fuckers, but it helps. You don't need it, but it helps. Now we're going to attach this to the truck. Now a lot of y'all probably don't know what this is and how these things attach. This is not a nipple connector and it's not a nipple ring. So I'm going to show y'all how this works. Now you don't have to put it down on the ground, but it helps. Don't worry, it ain't going to break. It's stronger than old mama's husband. Now, back here we have what's known as the magic hole. Now all women have a hole in the rear end of them, but some of them don't like you to stick these weird, large, thick objects in them. Now you don't have to close the tailgate so you don't stop banging your head on it, but it does help. You don't need a diamond plate tailgate to say that you're a country boy, but it helps. You don't need sodas falling down from your truck, but it helps. You don't need to have your backup camera zip tied to your license plate, but it helps because the damn screws fall out over time I hit a bump. Alright, so now we took out the pin and we took out the lock. Okay. Now we're going to grab this big thick apparatus. We're going to stick it in the holy olive You're gonna make sure that the lines of the holes line up like that. Now you gotta make sure you stick this pin in the hole so that the D-ring don't fall out. You don't need to, but it helps. It sure does help. Now you don't have to put the pin on to make sure that the rod doesn't slide out of the hole and the D-ring doesn't fly out when you're trying to pull something heavy, but it sure does help. Now I always like to make sure you stick it like in a weird way, so in case it doesn't come out, but this never falls out, but whichever way you stick it, it works. Now you don't have to use Loctite on here like I did about 10 years ago, but it helps. The only thing that sucks is I can't keep my strap on. I keep my strap on, I can't get it off. So it kind of sucks, but it's alright. Now you don't need a big heavy duty toe strap, but it helps. Now this one I've had for about, well, reckon it's probably been about, hell, how old am I now, 30? Well, let's see, about 44 years ago, I pulled out a dump truck out of a snowbank with the truck. I had this toe strap. So I probably had this thing for about 16 years plus. Now it don't reach. That's an issue. Oh, yeah, man. Looks like I gotta get myself some moonshiny. Now I normally have a good cowboy hat on, but I lost it during a stripper competition. She was a fine woman. Big one too. Yeah, she told me she had it all. She sure did. She took my hat and gave me this one. It was sad days last week. Woo! Now, you don't have to know what yee is, but it sure does help. Oh, it sure does help. Man, finally my chest is burning versus my groin. Yeah. Woo-wee, doggy. I'm gonna head over back to the problem child. Now, the thing is though is I always like to make sure that my strap can reach my log. Now the thing is, because we're going deep into the woods here, we gotta make sure that both straps can reach each other. This might be a bit of a sticky situation. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna position you very apparatously against something. I don't have to, but it helps. So I can make sure I get the strap perfectly strapped around the side of this produvius of a log, and you guys don't fall over in my hand. Now, if you could just stay right there, you could fall down, but if you stayed up, that can help. There it does help. I'm doing this in one shot. Alright, now you don't have to squat over the log, but it helps. It sure does help. Now the thing is though, is you gotta remember, is while we're sliding this thing through the woods, it's gonna want to slide off the logs. You gotta make sure you wrap it a couple times before you seal the hook in, so you don't have this weird log sliding through your woods. So you don't have to lift it up to get the strap under it a couple times, but it helps. It sure does help. Now, I like the idea of doing a crisscross on the strap, because it tightens down when you're getting the heart on. So, grab it this way. I like how good that feels, but it's a little looser than I want it to be. Must have had a couple of children. So now we're going to take the hook and we're going to line it in with the top of the strap. Now you don't have to do this, but it sure does help. Now see how that is? That's going to get real tight on that wood. Now the thing is though, is I got to make sure that it's tight with the chuck. Because when I pull away, if that doesn't stay tight, it's going to unravel. You don't have to do that, but it sure does help. It sure does. Now I'm going to grab the phone. I could leave it here, but you can't see the rest. But it sure does help if I grab it. So now we got the strap wrapped around the pole. Now I'm going to give it a good test. I'm going to wrap it around my arm. I want to just make sure if I yank on it, I can get a good slide going, which is good, but we're going to make sure everything is nice and tight when we go to fire up the old girl. So I'm going to walk the strap the rest of the way through the woods in the direction that I hope that it drags it to, which is here. Now we have another minor situation. As you can tell, the hook lands there and the loop lands there. Now, you don't have to do this, but it helps. Now, you see, the problem is the truck is there, the hook is there, and it must know the coronavirus because it's got a 6-foot difference between each other. Balls. Now, you don't have to shut your doors before this operation, but it sure does help. And you don't have to start the truck up before we do this, but it sure does help. So we're going to make it so we put our moonshine to the side. Don't want to spill it. I'm going to shut the door. Yeet, yeet. Now you don't have to fire up the truck to move it. You could put it in neutral and pull it back if you got that country spirit. But the last time I did that, I almost took out my wooden fence. And now I got a plastic one. It costs a lot more. Because the wooden fence was easy to fix. I didn't have to buy the lumber. I stole it from my neighbors, and it helped. So we're going to go inside the old girl. And she's like a little doggy, you know. Let it warm up the coil. Dinging stops to click. Now you don't have to wait for the truck to start, but it helps. It sure does help. All right. It's 1,000 screaming bald eagles starting. Alright. Now, we're going to back the truck up just a little bit to get the lines of the things to match. So, yeah, that car was speeding quick. Must have had to go poop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By golly, it's 7. Well, it's close enough. So we're going to back the truck up to about yonder. And we're going to attach the strap to the truck. And we're going to try this in 2-wheel drive. Now, we don't need 4-wheel drive, but it helps. We're going to do this in 2-wheel drive. And I'm going to position you in a real good spot. So in case that the hook slips off the log, the camera phone gets smashed. So if this video never gets posted, nobody will know about it. That's a sad day. Now I'm going to put y'all over here so y'all know I'm backing up the truck and I'm not trying something funny. We got success here, Sonny. Alright. Woo! They got that rod on the side of that nut right there. Now we got it right on it. So I'm gonna stick you. Where am I gonna stick you for the time being? I'm gonna stick you right here. Now, you don't have to make sure the hook is facing up when it's connected to the loop, but it helps. It sure does help. My neighbor's watching me. Bill's like, what's that motherfucker up to now? Alright, so we're gonna make sure that's nice and tight. Now the thing is though, is we're gonna have to use the tree as a kind of a rowers so that the strap of the log slides through the woods over yonder. And we're going to make sure that this stays in here like such. Now the thing is that this big log apparatus is in my way and it's going to cause me a lot of issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this and I'm going to stick you guys here so you can watch the turd come out of the wood like a bear in the grass, like a beer in a beer distributor, like a woman trying to take a poop with the door closed. Now the problem is I can't get the door to stay, the tree, the damn phone to stay. I don't know what the hell this thing is anymore. You don't need to know what it's called, but it helps. It sure does help. You don't need an education, but it helps. It sure does help. Alright, dang it. Could you stay, Bill? Jesus fucking Christmas. Man, this coronavirus is making my nose twitch. Could you stay still, you son of a bitch? Alright. You don't have to move the log out of the way, but it helps. It sure does help. You don't have to grab a part that don't break, but it helps. Yeah. I don't know why you fell over, phone. You're supposed to stay upright. You're the only one who hasn't been ringing. Try to get the dang phone and stay upright. That's right. It's on, bitch. Yeah, that's weird nowadays. Y'all stop sending me goddamn messages on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know your name, but god dang, by golly girl, get a life, alright? Tell your husband to start you more. Jesus, hell, I'm not your boyfriend. Leave me alone. Alright, I'm going to stick that here. Hope that y'all can watch. Hope the phone don't fall over again. I'm going to stick this way. Not that it makes a flying turkey of a difference. Now I'm going to stick the wood in front of the phone so hopefully it don't fall over. I don't need to, but I think it's going to help. It should help. Yeah, you got a good clear of that right behind the side. Right in the crevice. Now I'm going to take off really slow. Hopefully nothing bad happens. We don't lose ourselves a little rocky rolly. Now, you don't have to make sure it's going to line up, but it helps. Now, the thing is, though, is we don't need this much of strap line because we got to get the log over there. So we need to reposition everything. Now, you don't need to back the chuck up, but it helps. Or you can just grab it with your arm and yank on it. Get that good country boy power running. Get it wrapped up around your hand and just pull it. There you go. Now you don't have to wrap it twice around your hand, but it helps. Woo-wee! That's every fat woman at the bar. I hope everybody enjoyed this so not useful video to watch. Stay safe in that coronavirus and drink some more moonshine.